7 girls, 2 boys, so our generation kind of flipped the script. So it's grandpa boys, but for us, it's grandpa girls. So I just kind of took some time last night and wrote something. So I'm gonna try to get through it. There are some people whose presence feels like home, warm, nourishing, and unforgettable. Graham was that kind of soul. She wasn't just the matriarch of this family. She was its heart, its comfort, and its constant source of light. To speak of her is to speak of love in its truest form, the kind that simmers slowly, fills a room, and leaves you feeling full after it's gone. She was without a doubt the best cook you'd ever imagine. Her kitchen was a sacred space where something special was always on the stove, pots bubbled over with care. The aroma of garlic, olive oil, and simmering tomatoes was like a warm hug before you even stepped in the door. She didn't just feed us, she showed us how much she cared for each of us through each and every meal she made. Her meatballs were legendary. Tender, flavorful, and always made with love, never shortcuts. Her cod Italian broccoli, always comfort in a bowl. Simple, humble ingredients, but in her hands turned into something extraordinary. She didn't just cook to impress. She cooked to connect, to bring us together, to show us how much she loved all of us in the most heartfelt, tangible way she knew how. And somehow, no matter how many people were gathered around that table, she always remembered what each of us liked. She had the gift of knowing without being told what dish you would make you feel and thought of, and what dish was unmatched if not made by her. Maybe it was whether she prepared you her special cauliflower, or if she knew just the right amount of sauce to put on your pasta every Sunday. She knew exactly how you liked it every time. She always had something on the table that was just for you and made you feel seen in a way that words never could. But what made her meals truly special wasn't just the food. It was the way she brought us all together. Sunday dinners, holidays, birthdays, and even a random Tuesday was always an excuse to gather with her family, the ones she loved and cherished most. Her table was never just a place to eat. It was stories where stories were told, laughter echoed, and where all the generations of our families connected. From the youngest to the oldest, now 6 generations wide. It was where love lived, served in keeping portions and second helpings. Family was everything to her. She carried each of us in her hearts. She knew our hopes, our hurts, and our dreams. And she didn't just make time for us. She made us feel important, cherished, and endlessly loved. And she never let a moment pass without telling you how proud she was of us. Whether it be for something big or small, she'd take your hand and look in your eyes and she said, "I'm so proud of you, honey." And you believed it because she meant it. One of her greatest joys was sharing pieces of her life and sharing stories, her memories, and her wisdom. She loved to just sit in the favorite chair or at the edge of the table, especially with great Aunt Josie, and just reminisce on their lives. Her soft voice, as steady as she brought past to life, and the smile that it brought to her face was unforgettable. She told stories about her childhood, about our family traditions, about love, hard work, and how much the world had changed in her life. We all sit beside her, hanging on to every word, not just because these stories were good, that they made us laugh, but because they were hers and taught us who she was. Through these stories, she connected us not only to her, but to our roots, to what brought us here as a family, and the people that shaped her into who she was. She made personal history personal, made memories feel like treasures to pass down with care. She had a way of making each of us feel like her favorite, but in her eyes, we all really were her favorites. Her love never stretched thin, it stretched wide, wrapping around our entire family, holding us together through everything life brought our way, which is evident by everybody that's gathered here today, coming from far and wide. Her presence is still here. It's in clattered dishes, the smell of garlic on the stove, in the comfort of sitting elbow to elbow at a crowded table. That's detail, and the deep abiding pride in caring and being her legacy. She was more than a great cook, more than a wise woman. She was the heartbeat of this family. She showed us how to love deeply, how to give selflessly, and how to carry in pride with people we touch that we love like a torch and steady and bright to see the world. She was our greatest gift, and we're so lucky, incredibly lucky, to have her ours, our great-great